got it. Here we go again. So here we are inside the SN studio for a very anticipated video. A lot of you have been asking for our review of the edition. At this point, I've played 12 games now of Horus Heresy 3rd edition, and between the whole team, we've actually played about 20. So I think we're good candidates to actually give a very honest review of what we think about the 3rd edition. Now, as you've seen from the title, it actually goes the ugly, the bad, and the good, instead of the good, the bad, the ugly. And that is because I want to finish on a positive note. So we're going to start with the ugly, and we think that the game has lost a bit of flavor. So there's no rights of wars or specific rights of wars to what you have been used to in the last 2 editions, and the things like warlord traits are not there either, which again brought a lot of flavor to the game. Some legions are a bit lackluster, again due to no flavor and no narrative push towards them, and we think it's a big factor. And even though it is a lost, I believe that this edition has flavor in other parts of the edition. A couple of other things, for example, there's a couple of slow mechanics during the game, which I personally feel slow the game a bit too much, and it counters the fast-paced mechanics that the edition does have. Slower start as well. I believe that when we shifted from 1st edition to 2nd edition, or from obviously the normal rules into Horus Heresy 1st edition, it was a much faster start. This is a very, very different game to what you guys are used to. Even though the core still has the weapon skills and the ballistic skills, it is a very different game. So there will be a lot of learning from the start. So don't be disappointed if you think you're having a rocky start, because it is exactly like that. We are on our 20th game as a team, and we are still finding rules changes. There's pockets within pockets, and even though we are used to it as a Horus Heresy community and the game being a bit more orientated in specific rules, yes, this one is a slight more change to learning the game itself. Now, that is most of the ugly parts, but now we're going on to the bad, which I think is very bad, so follow me. And here we are in the other side of the studio, where we have all the armies on display. Thankfully, because of you amazing SM Plus members and you Patreons, we actually have every single legion and army in the Horus Heresy range. So big thank you to all of you who are supporting us every month continuously. Now, for the bad, and it's actually very bad. So there's been a lot of rumors of equipment being left out, units missing, and you know exactly where I'm going. So I thought I'm going to show you exactly just how bad it is. So, for example, consoles now can't take bikes, can't take the likes of jump packs, can't take the likes of Terminator armor. Yes, it gets that bad. Anything that you see from the store basically comes as stock. So, for example, I've got my beautiful Varagar squad, which I've just recently commissioned here. We've got the Thunderhammer, the Thunderhammer and the Frost Lightning Claw. Basically, this loadout is now no. It's completely gone. You can only equip them with the Frost Axe and the Combi Bolter it brings as stock. So just imagine all the changes that there is for each of those units. We move along and I can show you other bits and bobs. For example, we move on to the Javelin Speeder, which everybody used with this specific loadout, the las cannon and the multi-melter. Well, you can't have a multi-melter anymore, so it's time you snap them off and put the heavy bolter, which the model brings. Yes, I know, I am crying as well. Moving on a bit more, just here in the same cabinet, we've got the Angel Tears with illustrious assault cannons. No more illustrious assault cannons. They can only be equipped with the dual Volkites or the grenade launcher. So yeah, it just gets bad and worse, and it's lost so much favor. And to be honest, I think that Horus Heresy is a type of game that is very hobby orientated. A lot of you, especially the likes of us here in the team, play this game because we like the mechanic, we like the building, we like the painting, we like that we had the free lance of building models to our liking. That has gone. We knew it was coming, we could smell it, we knew the rumors were there, but we just couldn't believe it till we were there. And moving on to the other side of the cabinets, for example, headhunters no longer can have combi melters, which we all loved to use. They come with the normal loadout they come. Moving a bit further away, we've got the Suzerain, who have recently been painted up by my friends over in Australia. No thunder hammers, only legatine axes. And my poor Jose with his immortals, beautiful Volkite immortals. No more Volkite immortals. He has to change them all now to bolters. And the one that's hurt me the most is Tartarus Terminators can't have power fists. We've got 40 Tartarus with power fists. So you know the drill. It's not looking good and it's gonna be a bumpy ride. We are hopeful that the likes of Games Workshop do follow it up, and hopefully we do see a couple of more PDFs highlighting these changes later on, especially the likes of consoles not being able to have Terminator armor and jump packs, which is one of the things that I really disliked the most. But that's it for the ugly and the bad. Now it's time for the good. I needed that after that. Anyway, now time for the good. And even though you've heard a lot of bad and you're probably very angry like I was in the first few days, there's a lot of positive things in this edition. And one of the best things that I like is that the pace of the game is actually much faster, which is good because that means you can play 2 games in a day or just have a faster game. There were so many times where we were playing events and we just had maybe 2 turns. And now I feel, or the team feels, that the game is much faster. Another thing is that the books are written very, very well. It's much easier to look for things and find things compared to second edition. That was a total mess, and a lot of you must agree with that. These books have been very well presented, and again, that is a massive positive from us here in the studio. Now, the big thing in second edition was reactions. A lot of people didn't like them, a bit too powerful on some occasions. Now, those have been limited this edition, which I believe is another great addition to this edition. Limited reactions is always a good thing, and it's also much more tactical when it comes to playing the game. Vehicles, for example, are now back in it, a huge part of the Horus Heresy game, and they are now back in action. Much more resilient, much better, cheaper in points on some occasions, and we are absolutely loving it here in the studio. Pointed well, I think a lot of things are actually really pointed well, so a big shout out both to the rules writers and the testers, the rules testers. You've done a great job in that, so well done. A little clap from all of us. You have done superb job when it comes to points. From what we see. Remember, this is very early days. We've had about 20 games throughout the last couple of weeks here with my team of 6, and we think that everything's looking very, very well. Variety in list building as well. I think that it's the new list building way actually gives for a lot of variety when you're actually building lists, and although it is very different to what we're used to, we will be seeing obviously the lists being built much quicker as we go along. So all in all, we are very happy with the rule set. I think that even though there is a lot of negatives to the things like equipment and loadouts, we feel that the game is in a much better place. When we play it, we are loving it, and the more we play, the more we love it. All the changes feel like positive changes. They've taken the clankiness, which wasn't needed, and the things that they've actually added do have a purpose. So a massive thumbs up from us here at SN Battle Reports. We've played over 20 games again, and you know, second edition we played 150 plus games here in the studio, so I think we are a good shout to giving this honest review to you guys at home. So it's looking good, we're looking positive. There will be a rocky start, obviously, with all the bad and the ugly that we have been out, but we are feeling positive here and we are looking forward to 3rd edition and what it brings in the next couple of years. Topple that up with all the nice little plastic things that we are getting, and they have already posted on their socials that we will be getting a lot of smaller campaign books as we go along, which is very exciting. So with that said, that's the end of me with my good, bad and ugly review, and we'll see you on the tabletop for more battle reports coming very soon.